Hello again, Rucker kids. This is Mrs. Miller here, and this is our first after-school choir virtual lesson. Now, anybody in the school is free to watch this video, and I hope you enjoy it, but this is a song today that we're going to sing that my Rucker after-school choir kids chose to be their final performance song. So we're going to work on our choreography. And if you remember from our last music lesson, that choreography is basically the dance moves for our song. So we're gonna learn the words, which are the lyrics to the song, and then we're gonna learn our choreography. And my after school kids already know what this song is called. Because we voted on it. This song is My Favorite Things from the musical The Sound of Music. Now, if you were at my last virtual music lesson for the school, you'll know that I like The Sound of Music. It's one of my favorite musicals, and because they just have a lot of great songs for kids. I loved it when I was a kid. So this one is a lot of fun, and I've attached to the email the lyric sheet and some videos. There is the clip from the movie, The Sound of Music, and then there's also a lyric video, which will show you pictures of all the things we're going to talk about in the song. So let me tell you a little bit about the story of My Favorite Things and The Sound of Music. If you watched the last virtual lesson, you'll know that Maria is the name of the woman in the story, the main character. And Maria is the governess to 7 children. And at this point in the story, Maria has just arrived, and the kids still aren't really sure that they want her around. But then there's a big thunderstorm, and all the kids are really scared of the loud noises and all the lightning. And so one by one, they all run into Maria's room because they're scared. And she's very nice, and she comforts them. And she comforts them with this song. And the song, the title, My Favorite Things, she's saying whenever you're scared or upset about something, think about things that make you happy, and you won't be so scared anymore. So the song is a list, really. It's a list of all these things that she can think of to cheer them up. So let me go ahead and introduce the song by singing it just a little bit line by line, and you can repeat after me. Maybe we should just go ahead and do our hand signs too, or our choreography. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. So the words are raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Let me sing it again, and then you'll repeat after me. Raindrops on roses. Your turn. Good. And whiskers on kittens. Good. Now we're going to talk about bright copper kettles. A kettle is like a pot that you heat up water in. It's got a spout. It looks like a teapot. But this one's made of copper. It's a bright metal material. It's really pretty. Bright copper kettles. Sing that with me. Bright copper kettles. Now, and warm woolen mittens. Let's say that again. And warm woolen mittens. And here's what it sounds like. And warm woolen mittens. Here's and warm woolen mittens. Good. Now, brown paper packages. Say it again. Brown paper packages tied up with string. Tied up with string. Now I'm going to sing it. Brown that with me. Here's brown. Brown paper packages. And then tied up with string. Let's sing that tied. Tied up with string. And then we're gonna say, these are, oh wait, I should say it first. These are a few of my favorite things. Let's say it. These are a few of my favorite things. And here are the notes. These are a few of my favorite things. Here's these. Let's sing it again. These are a few of my favorite things. And that's the first verse. Now my after-school choir kids know that in a song there's usually what's called a refrain and a verse. And lots of verses. Now the refrain is the part of the song that is the same with the words and the music. And it just repeats over and over again. And the verses usually have the same music but different words every time. And the refrain and the verses will have different music from each other. Okay? I'll make it clearer in a second. So that was our first verse. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. Okay? Now we're going to sing verse 2. Or maybe we should sing that verse together with all the way through with our hand signs. Let me get the music to accompany us.
Raindrops on roses, and
whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. That moved a lot faster, right? Now we're going to learn verse 2. And it has the same music, but different words. So this one is cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudel. Let's do the words. Cream-colored ponies, and crisp apple strudel, and crisp apple strudel. So apple strudel is kind of like apple pie. Now this story is set in Austria, which is right next to Germany. So they have a lot of different types of foods than we do because they live in Europe. So apple strudel is one of their favorite desserts. Okay? So cream-colored ponies. Let me sing it for you and do the move. I'm pretending to ride a pony. Cream-colored ponies. Let's sing that together. Cream-colored ponies. And now, and crisp apple strudel. It's like, mwah, so delicious. And crisp apple strudel. Now we say doorbells and sleigh bells. Doorbells and sleigh bells. And schnitzel with noodles. And schnitzel with noodles. And schnitzel is basically like fried chicken, but it's a little different up there. They have a different kind of batter. So that's schnitzel and then with noodles. So it must be yummy. Must be her favorite meal. So let me sing it. Doorbells and sleigh bells. Let's sing it. Doorbells and sleigh bells. And then schnitzel. And schnitzel with noodles. Sorry, you can't see. I'm trying to rub my tummy, but it looks like I'm just rubbing my chest. And then we sing, wild geese that fly, wild geese that fly, with the moon on their wings, with the moon on their wings. That's a pretty picture, right? The geese flying with the moon behind them. So it's wild geese that fly. Let's sing that. Wild geese that fly. Good. With the moon on their wings. Wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. That one's tricky. Let's do it one more time. Wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. And then we say, these are a few of my favorite things. So that's verse 2. Let's try to sing it with the music. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Good job. I know that's a lot faster, but we'll get it. Now, verse 3. And this one, I need to lean back a little bit so you can see me. Girls in white dresses. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. A sash is kind of like a belt for a dress. With blue satin sashes. Now let me give you the music. Girls in white dresses. Let's sing that. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. With blue satin sashes. Let's sing that whole thing. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes. And then we say, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Snowflakes. Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. I'm going to give you the music. Snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes. Good. Then we say, silver white winters that melt into springs. Let's say that again. Silver white winters that melt into springs. So when it's cold outside, it's winter, right? And then it melts and it becomes spring. So let me give you the music. Silver white winters that melt into springs. Let's do it one more time. Silver white winters that melt into springs. Good. Now, we know this part. So we're going to say these are a few of my favorite things, but on the third verse, we go up high. Listen. These are a few of my favorite things. And we're going to put our hands up on things. So let's try it. These are a few of my favorite things. One more time. These are a few of my favorite things. Good. And now we're coming to a different part. We're going to say, when the dog bites. Let's say that. When the dog bites. Now we're going to have some music. When the dog bites. Let's sing that again. Here's our note. When the dog bites. Ooh. And then, when the bee stings. Let's do it again. When the bee stings. Now I'll give you the music. When the bee stings. One more time. When the bee stings. Then when I'm feeling sad. When I'm feeling sad. When I'm feeling sad. Let's sing it one more time. Here's our note. when I'm feeling sad. So now let's sing that whole part from When the Dog Bites. Here we go. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad. And then here's the next part. I simply remember my favorite things. I simply remember my favorite things. And now I'll give you the music. I simply remember my favorite things. Here's the first note on I. Let's sing it together. I simply remember my favorite things. And the last part is, and then I don't feel so bad. Let's try it again. And then I don't feel so bad. And let me give you the notes. And then I don't feel so bad. Let's sing it again. And then I don't feel so bad. Now let me sing that final part with you. Oh, from When the Dog Bites. Let me get the music so you can hear how it sounds.
Girls in white dresses.
Oh, I forgot we didn't sing Girls in White Dresses with our music. Let me go back. Remember girls in white dresses. Let's sing it. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Now you've sung the whole song, and then we're gonna repeat it. We're gonna sing the whole thing again, but this time it's a little faster. So let's see how we do. Oh my goodness. Let's see how I do if I remember all the movements. Here we go. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Remember girls in white dresses? Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. And then my after-school choir kids know that after you're done with a song, you freeze, and then everyone should be clapping for you during a performance. Oh my goodness. And then everyone's clapping for you during a performance. And then when your conductor, that's me, the teacher, lowers her arms, you lower them with me. And then to bow, we like to say, "Are my shoes tied?" Yes, they are. And you do a goofy smile. No, I'm just kidding. You want to smile for your parents and friends who are watching you sing. So if you want, you can do a performance at home. And hopefully soon we can all be together and do a performance as a group again. So all my choir kids know that when you're, one singer is a soloist, two singers is a duet, 3 singers is a trio, 4 singers is a quartet. That's like a little choir. And then, so any more people than that is a choir. So it's a lot of voices singing together, almost like they're one voice. But it's a lot of people. So that's one of the special things about choir. Some people, actually this goes along with our song really well. Some people are a little scared of singing in front of other people. And I was one of those people for a really long time. I used to be so scared. We call that stage fright. So I would sing all the time at home with my sister and my brother and my parents, but oh, I was so scared to sing in front of other people. But I loved to sing. So it's one of those things that you work on a little bit. And one of the things that helps is singing in a choir, because you're never alone when you're in the choir. And you might want to, sing a solo sometime, but when you're feeling a little bit braver and you've practiced a lot, but in choir you get to sing with all your friends and you don't have to be scared. So that's a nice tip. And actually my biggest tip for not being scared while you're singing is to practice a lot. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I hope you enjoy this song, and I can't wait to see you next time. I hope you, I encourage you to ask your parents to videotape you singing, so that I can see how you're doing, and I'd be happy to email you and give you tips, or just to email you to say how proud of you I am. Okay? I miss you all so much. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.